Our special assignment unit has learned of serious allegations of improper training in connection with a Las Vegas-based service dog business that ships several animals to our area for months. Reporter Andrea McCarran and photojournalist John Moger have been looking into Diabetic Alert Dogs of America and customer complaints that it's not delivering what it promised to the parents of children struggling with a life-threatening disease.
Families in all 50 states and across Canada are paying thousands of dollars for a service dog that's supposed to help type 1 diabetics. But we've uncovered more than 24 clients, dog trainers, and veterinarians across North America with deep concerns about Diabetic Alert Dogs of America. But we also spoke with a dozen satisfied customers, references provided to us by the company. $15,000? This dog that barks in public, growls at people, has accidents in stores, cost you $15,000?
We honestly would have been better off training ourselves with no experience. I sent it to my mom, and her response was, "You paid $15,000 for this?"
How can you deliver a dog that you say is a trained service dog? They can't wash out on a flight.
Oh no, you'd be surprised. I believe that they can. I believe that some dogs get traumatized by going through TSA security, getting on an airplane.
No. What do you have to show for that $9,000 your family pulled together?
Absolutely nothing.
These are just a few of the customers who trusted Diabetic Alert Dogs of America to deliver a life-saving service dog. They expected perfectly behaved animals like the one shown on the company's YouTube channel. Service dogs to alert them to dangerously high and low blood sugar levels in type 1 diabetics. Dogs that could prevent seizures or worse.
This dog is supposed to prevent things that could cost you your life.
Instead, they've spent up to $15,000 for this.
She's hooked up. Sandy, knock it out.
We showed these videos to Debbie Kay.
That's a very fearful dog.
She's a retired government scientist who set up the explosives detection program for the ATF to train its first agents and instructors.
Come on, puppies.
Kay has also bred and trained Labrador retrievers since 1969 and has served as an expert witness in dog training cases.
But for a dog to show that level of stress, it, tells me that there's something very wrong going on.
Her expertise is training dogs in scent detection, including Diabetic Alert Dogs.
I wouldn't have taken any of the dogs that you've shown me here and placed them already with clients as fully trained dogs.
Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, a service dog is allowed public access, the right to accompany its handler inside stores and restaurants.
Just on obedience, none of these dogs are safe and under control, and those were the two criteria of public access.
How they can do this with a clear conscience is beyond me.
Tammy Rivers bought Chip to help her teenage daughter.
She's very brave, but she doesn't know when she goes to sleep at night if she's going to wake up the next morning. And I don't know that either.
But watch how Chip reacts when Tammy's son walks into the room. Keep in mind, this is 5 months after the dog joined their family.
A disaster. Disgusting.
A trained Diabetic Alert Dog can often detect highs and lows before a continuous glucose monitor like this, but not Chip.
No, leave it.
And they tell you that it's your fault, you're the one that needs to bring the dog back for training or retraining because you messed it up.
She contacted the Director of Operations for Diabetic Alert Dogs of America, Ed Peoples.
Ready to go?
Go.
We tried to interview him in Las Vegas, but his plans changed.
Use the right lane to take the I-495 East ramp to Baltimore, Silver Spring.
And he agreed to meet us at Newark International Airport between flights. Hi, Ed.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming. Peoples was returning from Canada after delivering the company's 408th service dog. Among those deliveries, this dog.
How do you
you explain that you delivered that dog as a service dog?
That dog was delivered over a year ago. What this client did with its dog in a year, I have no idea. I have no clue what happened.
So you're saying that dog was somehow traumatized between delivery and that vet appointment?
She had the dog for a year. I don't know what she did.
Hey, Lucky.
Sorry.
And I'll be honest, I'll say this right on camera. If they're willing to give me back the product, I'm willing to give them back 100% of their money without any question.
But multiple families have asked for their money back.
They refused the refund. They said they were a nonprofit.
He told me they were unable to do that because they were a nonprofit.
Ed said no, that they don't make any money from these dogs, that they're a nonprofit.
What happens is sometimes they take my words out of context. We are non-profit, or we are no profit. We don't make any profit off of these dogs.
We've confirmed Diabetic Alert Dogs of America is not a nonprofit.
I'm not trying to get you agitated.
No, I'm not agitated. Sorry, I get excited about this kind of stuff. I'm not agitated, I'm excited.
We traced the company address to this 4-bedroom, 3-bath home in Las Vegas, owned by company founder and president Dr. Jennifer Caldy. She's not a veterinarian, but a local chiropractor.
So his name was Lucky. I was kind of down on my luck, so when they presented me with a dog, I figured it's kind of a sign.
What was it in the paperwork that really caught your eye about him?
It said that he was spayed, so it definitely wasn't my Lucky.
You're sure he was a male?
He's definitely a male.
I personally dipped into my 401k.
We had to borrow money from almost everybody in my family.
And Patrick had to cash in some bonds from his childhood.
But they were convinced it was worth it to help break Patrick's cycle of frequent hospital stays.
As soon as we came across another dog, his whole temperament changed. He would stand on his hind legs, he would be aggressive to the dog, start barking, and it took all I had to control him.
It was like babysitting a toddler.
The family made the heartbreaking decision to send Lucky back.
You can't just give away a family member like that.
You don't know what happened to Lucky?
No, they told us up front they were just going to resell him.
Oh, good girl. Good job.
Carrie Martin says her dog, also named Lucky, does alert her. But the dog's behavior is so poor, she can't take her out in public.
We used the prong collar they gave us for about 18 months. To correct her, they told us, oh, you're not doing it hard enough. Oh, you need to, get a shock collar.
Tell me about her missing teeth.
So Lucky has 4 missing upper incisors. Something that we've discussed with the vet is very, very uncommon unless there is severe facial trauma. She also has some scars on her face, and one of her dew claws also was ripped out.
Her dog's missing some front teeth.
Sure.
And I thought that was really odd for a lab. How did her dog lose her front teeth?
I didn't know anything about it until she sent pictures, and this was 2 years after she had the dog. So if it happened under our watch, of course that would be very concerning to me.
But we looked at the company's own website and saw these photos of Lucky before she was delivered.
Should all your trainers be training service dogs? It's hard.
Oh, yeah,
you have
for
to have
sure.
a lot of patience.
Sure, you're right. Oh no, I'll be the first one to say I've fired many trainers. I mean, just like any other business. If I ever found out any of my trainers ever did any of that, they'd not only be fired, but they'd be in jail because I would report them, 100%.
So your trainers never use physical force?
Absolutely not. And if I ever find out about it, they're fired and in jail.
Sandy, knock it off.
And you consider yourself a top-notch dog trainer?
The best. I consider myself one of the best in the country. Absolutely.
We did call every one of the 27 references provided by Diabetic Alert Dogs of America. Clients, the company said, were happy. 12 of the 27 returned our calls to confirm they were satisfied customers, and their dogs did alert to high and low blood sugar levels. Andrea McCarran, WUSA 9.
The Diabetic Alert Dogs of America delivers about 100 service dogs a year, and it says it is proud of its Better Business Bureau's A+ rating.